This is something that I just realized, not realized, but it's something I've been thinking about for real, like for a long time. Like, bro, how do niggas even get on when it's time to like get on? Cause if anybody knows, like, if you do shit now, boy, to get on there, like, it's really just like some dick riding shit. Like, in order to make it, there's an element of dick riding that comes into play because you gotta meet other niggas, right? And other people that are in the place that you wanna be in the spaces that you gotta be in, right? And if you don't have any type of talent or any type of like value that you bring to these people, right? You're gonna have to like kind of suck up to them a little bit, and then especially if they have nothing to gain from you, and then if it's not your skill type shit. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So I be thinking about it like, boy, like if you like have a crazy amount of talent, right, and you're really trying to get like your shit like together, how the fuck does that happen? Like, let's say you know nobody, you hang out with nobody, but you just work on your own shit. Like the uploading thing like makes sense type shit, like dropping your stuff on platforms and all that shit. But it's like, bro, talent doesn't like mean anything as much in nowadays type shit. Because like I feel like I said this kind of before, like there's like a threshold like we've reached in terms of like not threshold but like peak in terms of like creativity. Like I always felt like that. I always felt like now, as of right now, because of how oversaturated everything is, right? They might be good ideas that people might have, but it's like it's some shit that I've probably already heard before. It's no longer as exciting as how it felt to first hear Travis Scott's music back in like 2018 for the first time, because that psychedelic sound was so new in hip hop and it was a feeling that you couldn't get. Like there's things, or that rage sound that you like, that Cardi like pioneered like in like 2020, 2021. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then people like Yeet who came out like 2021 with Up to Me and like, one of my favorite albums of his life, right? Like that shit when I first heard it at that time was so crazy, but it's like now it's not even that the fact that these niggas fell off or their music is bad. It's just that it's like I remember seeing this one video of this one nigga saying that like it's not even that like shit is bad or that it's lame or that it's mid. It's just that we've gotten used to it, so there's nothing exciting anymore. And I kind of like, bro, I need you to think about it, right? Like there's never been a time in music where things have stayed this much the same for this long. Like if you think about like the early 2010s to like mid 2010s, hip hop was like constantly changing. There was always new niggas coming in and changing shit. Very rarely would you find that at the forefront of like the kids was still a nigga that was popping back in like 2015 or 2005. And if you think I'm bullshitting, think about it like with the bling era, right? Before there was the trap sound like Waka Flocka Flame and like Gucci Mane and all them niggas, there was the bling era. The bling era was like the Ludacris guys type of shit, like in the early 2000s to like mid 2000s, right? And that was like the sound of like hip hop at that point, right? Then there were hits that were coming out of that, but that shit fizzled out, right? The production style died out. Nobody was trying to use those type of beats, and then the trap scene came in. Niggas like Gucci Mane, Waka Flocka Flame, all that shit. I'm not trying to like give like a lesson about stuff like about blah, but what I'm trying to put at is like there's always been constant evolution, like constant, and there's always been new guys that have come in to take out the old guys, right? And that's why things have kind of like remained constant. But if you like look at it right now, like all these new underground rappers, even the niggas I've been listening to, right? These niggas really have like very fickle careers. Like this shit really, which is why I always say, but I always felt like Yeet, right? As crazy as this might sound, I always felt like if Yeet had more swag, he probably would have been a lot bigger than he is. I don't think niggas understand how big of a role swag plays for your career. Like if you wanna become the the if you want to be Cardi, right, you gotta understand that Cardi's appeal is very little to do with his music. And if you think I'm bullshitting, look at what has happened to Uzi. Like, of course, Uzi's music as time went by has not like evolved, but there's a lot of bullshit that Cardi has gotten away with because niggas really think Cardi is like the flyest nigga in the world. And it's the same thing with Future. Like Future's been making the same shit for like such a long time, bro. But niggas are not gonna say shit about it because it's Future. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like Future's still on that trap sound. It's not like he's doing anything new with his albums or that I need new music from. It's just typical cool shit. But because it's Future Hendrix, you feel me? We have that like thing, and that's what I've realized with like things like, bro, in this world, like the world runs around dick riding. No cap. The world runs around dick riding, and that's how you get to the place that you need to. You don't even need to like be that fly. You just gotta make it look like you fly. You gotta make niggas think that you got it like that, because niggas will only. It's like, even if I'm sure if you're like on these underground pages and they discover a new artist, right? I'm sure you've heard how they talk about these niggas like, there's this new gem out of the underground. Someone like Until Japan. I'm sure you've heard of them. Okay, let me not say niggas' names. Hold on, someone's like inside. I'm not trying to like. Yeah, right? Okay, cool. Like you'll find like niggas like in these comments, like in these underground rap pages, always constantly hyping up this new artist as if he's like the most unique shit ever in the world. Because niggas always wanna like, mind you, if that was their homie doing that shit, they wouldn't be supporting that. But because they see other people, right? Because people they see other people doing it, they want to be a part of it. That's the thing I keep mentioning. Like people want to feel different with other people. They don't want to be different by themselves. Because that shit is like, think about it, bro. You would much rather be in a situation with a group of people, right? Like where it's a little of you guys, like as in, let's just say there's 10 of you, right, out of 100, right? You're okay with like being apart from the pack if there's other people outside the pack with you. Like let's say like you were in school, right, and then they put you in assembly or something like that, right? If you're in assembly or something like that, right, and you're there and the teacher calls you out and says that who's your favorite artist, and let's just say the artist is a bit embarrassing, right? It's like to say, let's just say like you say I don't know, it says an artist that wasn't cool to like at a specific point, like someone like, let's just like, who was a nigga? Let's say like you were around Young Thug's time, like when Young Thug was first coming up and niggas was basically saying Bill Gates offered 9 million to give to Young Thug so that he stops rapping. Let's say around that era, right? If you went out like on in public, like at assembly, let's say there's too many bad bitches in that assembly, you understand? And let's say all the hoes hate Young Thug, they think he's lame. This is before he's cool, right? And you're the only one saying that you like his music. Like niggas gonna look at you like this, like it's gonna be like embarrassing because you're the only one, right? Even if it is unique to like, even if it's you're being unique and you're being authentic to yourself, right? It makes you look lame, right? Essentially to people, not me, I don't agree with that, but in general, right? I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I'm kind of getting at something there. I'm rambling, but I know what the fuck I'm saying. But then if you had like 8 niggas with you, right, who are also on that type of shit out of 100 people saying no, you don't feel weird anymore. You feel like you're unique. You feel like you're different, but you're not different. It's like the reason why people like this music that I be hearing where I'm like, this is bullshit, but niggas listen to it because they see other niggas listening to it, so it gives them this like sense of like they're unique with other people because they don't want to be unique by themselves. Because if I woke up and made this bullshit and one person, like one idea, one view, you'd be objective about it and say this shit is ass. But once you start seeing those views, you start to like put some value attached to that. You put some value to that shit and think, wow, there's something that this nigga's doing. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how to put it in words. Like, I'm a bit slow sometimes, man. Like, I've been, like, tired as fuck. But I don't know how to put it in words. But I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what the fuck I'm saying. And I know the fuck that it makes sense. I know that it makes sense. I know what the fuck I'm saying makes sense. But it's like, bro, in this world, you gotta make niggas dick ride you so that you can make it. Because if niggas start dick riding you, right, they start, like, anything that you do, right, will be, like, you gotta have followers, bro. You gotta have people that like it just in general. Even if you buy that shit, you gotta make it look like you're popping. You gotta make it look like you got some type of motion to you. Because niggas, like it's like, bro, like the number one rule to getting bitches. Like, what is the number one rule to getting hoes? If you wanna get bitches, you need to get bitches. Deadass. You never gonna get no bitches if bitches don't know you get bitches. Because no girl wants to be your first. It's just facts. I know I'm just chatting right now as I'm getting mad as fuck, man. It sounds like I'm angry. It's raining outside. But I'm really telling you real shit. Any nigga that knows to get bitches, you need to get bitches. The bitches you want need to know that you get bitches. That's why I always tell niggas, boy, there is no absolutely fucking way that you should be going out of your way, right? The first time you've never had a girl in your life, right? And your girl knows that. If you don't get bitches, make sure that your girl thinks you get bitches. Because if your girl knows you don't get hoes, it's child, boy. Just know that it's over. Like, she never gonna respect you. She never gonna take you serious because she knows that she's the best that you'll ever have. That's how it goes, boy. It's real life, and it's not even a joke. Like, you must see how, like, girls, like hoes, man, treat niggas that they know get hoes. Like, if she knows her man. Like, bro, if you think I'm bullshitting, like, I don't know if you ever seen that one stream with Rakai, right? Who's like Kai Sanat's like little brother, right? There was a time where a girl, right, his girl found him with another girl. And I remember she was like smiling and shit. And I was like, boy, you know, as a nigga, or like, have you ever heard girls like always, girls consistently talk about how a nigga did them dirty, right? They always talk about that shit. Like, these niggas did me dirty. It's like, it was always the men are trash. Like, girls can publicly exclaim that a nigga cheated on them. But if you exclaim that you are cheated on as a nigga, or you exclaim the fact that, like, you know, like your girl cheats on you, or your girl is like a thing, that shit makes you look like a bitch. And so you can't go around telling niggas that, you know what I'm saying, you get cheated on. That shit does not give you no swag. That shit might take away all your swag, nobody gonna take you seriously. Like when niggas find out you get cheated on, nah, and girls find out you get cheated on, your value goes down. You lose a lot of your value, lose a lot of your swag. You like, bro, I'm telling you, like, you do not want to be in that predicament. And that's why I always try to tell niggas, like, bro, it's like all you need to do is like, it's like any type of motion that you need in your life just comes from having a group of dick riders that kind of like make it look like you. Even bro, if you have 200 followers and there's like 50 people engaging with you, right? It makes it look like you got some, like you, this, like, I don't know how to put it, but it's like niggas respect success. That's the thing. Like, I could even bet money. It's like, there's niggas in this world that probably don't even like Cardi for real, but they just like the idea of him. You understand? And I remember like the way I started listening to like Cardi's music was because like, no matter how much you couldn't like him, you couldn't ignore him. You understand? But it's different with someone like a little TJ, where it's like, because his music is not like that unique, right? If you don't like his music, you don't have to give a fuck about it because he's not doing anything unique or outside of the genre that, like, you know, pushing new ideas and stuff that's like gonna make you have to care about him, and his fans are gonna like put you in all this because I don't even think that nigga has fans, right? Not to no hate to little TJ and stuff. I don't even know if he's gonna see this. I'm gonna get rich in a couple of years, so niggas might know me and shit like that. They're gonna use this as like a digital footprint, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at, like, is like, bro, it's some shit that gets me mad because, like, how do you do that then if you don't even like to talk to niggas or you don't like sucking dick? Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you get some motion if, like, because that's why I always try to tell niggas, bro, like, if you get love from outside of where you grew up, then you know you got it. Because niggas where you grew up are not gonna like show you no type of support. Or your boys. It might even be your friends for real. They're not gonna see it the way that you see it. Because you must understand, bro, everything nowadays is like algorithmic based. Like everything is like based on like what you like. So even your humor nowadays is like the people that you might cater to might not be the people that you're around type shit. And bro, I'm not no motivational nigga like making motivational videos. I'm really just talking from my heart for myself type shit. Because it's something I struggle with sometimes where it's like, I'll be like, there'll be times where I'll be playing my music, right? I'll be making shit and I'll be like, bro, niggas are not, like, this is a generational song. Like, I'm not even trying to dick ride. Like, this is one song I have called Rex in the Club, right? I made that shit. And then this one song I have called Feeling Myself. Like, I'm like, bro, this is a generational ass song. The fuck you mean? Like, you're not, like, why niggas not dick riding this shit? But then I realized, they don't see other niggas dick riding it. And that's the game plan that I've realized. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get some motion, you gotta have motion. If you want to get bitches, you need to get bitches. So the girls that you want, but also if you're gonna be that type of nigga, don't just go for anything. Okay, so it's like if you want motion, don't go out of your way to like fake the motion, like go get some chains that are fake because people will find out through that bullshit. You need to be a bit more clean with it. You need to know how to like kind of like finesse your motion. Like you gotta kind of make it seem, which is an example I always give. Like again, bro, I don't give a fuck what niggas talk about, bro. Cardi is probably top 10 most important rappers of like the last 10 years, and I mean that shit with every bone in my body. Not because of the music that he makes, but because how he's like kind of like showed me that like how you need to present yourself as an artist. If niggas remember very vividly, right? 2019 era, 2018 era, pre-Whole Lotta Red, let's just say that, right? Cardi was very popular, right? But Cardi wasn't popular in the mainstream, if the way that you think. You understand? Like Uzi was a mainstream Billboard topping artist at this point, right? Roddy Ricch was that type of artist. Lil Baby was that type of artist. But Cardi was a niche artist who happened to be successful like in the mainstream. Like his fan base crossed over into the mainstream in the same way that Travis was at some point, right? Cardi was like the if you know type of artist. And the amount of hate he was getting at this point was crazy as well, right? Like, he was getting the Young Thug treatment around this period, and I was one of those niggas when I was a kid. I did not rate Playboy Cardi. Matter of fact, I don't even like Dynamite like that. I only started, like, really respecting Cardi when Whole Lotta Red came out. That's when I was like, oh, shit. That's what he meant, like, cause, like, I don't give a fuck what niggas talking about, bro. Punk Monk is, like, one of the craziest songs in the world. Like that voice that he, they try to turn me to a white boy, but I'm not, that shit is ridiculous. That shit changed the way I listen to music, flows, like, vocal inflection. That shit is important as fuck, right? But, you gotta understand this, bro, right? And I always say this shit, like, Cardi at this point, his appeal, right, came from, like, the fact that, like, he was an artist that you weren't supposed to like, right? So his fan base kind of, like, liking Cardi at some point was like an inside joke. It was like some shit that niggas didn't understand, but it was funny. Like, I don't know if niggas remember when Cardi dropped Die Lit, there were niggas in Sean C's comment section talking about, like, when he reacted to that video, there were niggas saying Playboy Cardi created music as a meme. It was a joke, like, before all this shit started, like, I'm saying, like, liking his music, which I even see, like, nowadays, hits don't exist. Like, a hit song only comes about, right, through like a hit song only comes about if it's weird and like hard at the same time. It has to be ironically hard. Like the Drake time of hits where it's like you have to have a catchy hook and a hotline bling era. I feel like that's dead. I feel like now there was a period, I feel like it's dying. This thing I just spoke about now, right? Okay, I'm gonna carry on what I'm saying in the next section.